And we are back. War of the Crows, episode 15. The game where we play Blades in the Dark. We're in the middle of an assassination mission.
But who's being assassinated? Us or them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The assassinators have become the assassinatees.
Ba-ba-ba.
Tell me what your thoughts are on the situation while I quickly change people around on the overlay.
Fuck! Is that succinct enough?
The game is now, can we work out a way to successfully kill the guy before we have to jump out the window and run away? Because the jumping out the window and running away is pretty much in pen on the plan now, I think.
I guess I need to... On the bluecoats have come in the front door. Like how do we even know how many flights of stairs are going to come up? Are we minutes away? Are we seconds away?
I think asking the GM questions is not part of the plan.
No,
right
okay,
now.
fine. Well,
You're
we have an
gathering
escape-
information roll.
we have two targets to kill. You guys one pip away from killing a lowly guard. The other
he's
guy
very
is-
lowly.
Well, you almost got him. The assassinating target is right there. He just needs a bit of a stabbing.
Yes,
But-
he's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
He's just a
he,
guy.
He has got an arsenal of shit, which I usually like doing, but apparently when I do it, nothing happens. When he does it, loads of shit happens.
That is the rules. If you
Yeah.
miss
Are you-
That is a funny way of saying you took a devil's bargain and then failed dice rolls. That's yes, I like what you did there.
Yeah, I know. It's someone else. Not my fault at all. It's just totally out of my control. Yeah.
I like to think of you grumpily walking along the pro-Palestinian march being like, can't believe I failed that roll.
So you guys don't
It's
know
unfair.
strife like mine.
Does anybody want to read the on-screen scroll in their character's voice? Because I quite liked that last time.
Yeah, well then.
Or you can do a paragraph each, like we're sort of GCSE English and we're reading Macbeth.
How about a word each?
Well, I quite like doing a little paragraph each. That'll take me right back to school, but
Yep.
sounds fun.
Reading of Mice and Men.
Yeah. Right. Well, there's 4 paragraphs, so who gets the
wow.
easy one line?
Well,
Well,
I
I
did
liked-
all of the last time, so I'll do the short bit.
Go on then.
Ambassador Bess Renove?
Yeah. Okay.
There's 5 lines.
Oh,
It's going very badly.
This is slick.
I didn't count properly. Can we rewind?
Let's just go around, you know, like around the class. You know, so Lorenzo, you're next on my screen. So
The crew are in the middle of an assassination mission, but the target has been alerted.
all right, Saffron.
Ambassador Bazran is now armed with his own deadly potions, the bastard. And a bluecoat patrol are on the way.
Silas.
Silas and Lorenzo are dueling his bodyguard. Will they be able to finish him and the ambassador in time?
Friedrich to bring us home.
And, of course, will Saffron still get to loot the attic workshop? Werkstatt?
Bloody better. I don't like the implication that it's on Silas and Lorenzo. They've got to finish off the ambassador. What's Friedrich and Saffron over here?
You've got to
chopping
kill a guy.
them up? Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were on fire as well, which doesn't help.
I mean, okay,
What was it inside in the first place?
you say on fire. We're burnt. I wouldn't say on fire.
Well,
Would you say on fire?
I wouldn't say on fire. No,
Yeah, thank you.
there's no conditions in this game. Well, let's get right to it then.
Cool.
So as we left off, Saffron, you went to hurl the grenade, opened the door, Ambassador Bazman was there, ready with his potions, and he
I
threw
remember.
fire oil into the landing, getting you and Friedrich.
I remember.
I'm assuming nobody wants to resist.
Oh,
It
I thought
costs a lot
that.
of stress.
I don't think I can.
Good. My stress situation, in stark contrast with reality, is pretty decent, as I remember.
Nice. Mine is not.
Yeah, I only have 3 stress right now. How many stress would I need to take on to resist?
So it'll be 6 minus your highest dice roll
Oh god, yeah.
in the resistance roll.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And only if I can work out a way to make that dice roll relevant to resisting the damage, presumably.
It will be your prowess to resist physical damage.
I see.
So you have
So you
2
roll
dots
as many
in
dice
prowess.
as you have pips. I have 4 dots in prowess.
No, it's the first column.
Oh, fuck that every time.
Yeah, so 6 minus. I have 2 in the first column of prowess. So mine would be 6 minus 2 is 4. I could spend that, and that would cancel out the harm.
Yes. It reduces harm by 1 level, and it's a 1 level harm, so you'd be reduced to no harm.
See, I think that's worth it because I can't.
Arm is
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, I think I'm doing that. So I'm gonna style it out that I used finesse to kind of nimbly rotate my hip and do
Throw
a
Saffron on the way.
backward dash, like in games and that, so that I didn't get burned anywhere near as much.
Okay, and I think you can just click prowess and it should roll it for you.
Oh, I have to roll.
But I thought I did missed. Yeah, you're rolling. It's 2 dice you're going to roll and take away. So you could get a 6 and take no stress. You could get 2 1s and take 5 stress.
Oh dear, dear.
Mm.
Okay, all right. The chat.
It's good.
Very good.
So I only clear 1 stress.
So you just don't take any stress for the
Wow.
resist.
Nice.
Way to hog all the 6s.
Does a frickin' backflip.
That's one of our 4 allotted 6s for the night gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys, but not soz, not soz.
Does not soz.
So let's move up the stairs to the epic duel happening with the Red Sash officer bodyguard of Ambassador Bazran, mortally wounded with Silas, but still fighting.
Oh, nothing for it, I should think. Silas will press the attack, thinking he's got the advantage, smelling blood, and just I think with the way Silas fights, it's this strange mix of he is quite a skilled swordsman, but obviously also sort of has a lack of control. So the follow-up is just more of that sort of hacking slash, trying to break through his guard.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. And, position is
Desperado.
Hobbs.
Absolutely bloody desperado, mate.
So I do have an injury, so I've got less effect, but I have a fine weapon.
Okay, hang on, let's do this.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So you are tier 0 right now. He's tier 2. Actually, let me double check my. Oh no, he is going to be tier 2 because. Yeah. So you have a fine weapon, putting up to tier 1. But you're injured. And then are you pushing yourself or anything like this?
Nope, not this time. He's
Okay.
expended a lot of energy in that charge.
Then it will be. That is going to be 0 effect actually, unless you can find a way to.
Well, might be time for the crunch. Seems a bit odd mid-fight for him to do it on a basis that he knows what the effect of his attack is. Doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be quite right for him to do that mid-fight. It wouldn't make sense.
We could say that Lorenzo's aid could be to increase effect, as you are essentially outnumbering him, which is scale, which affects effect.
Makes sense to me. It's up to Lorenzo.
You need one segment, so limited effect is probably enough.
Yes, but non's not great.
Hey, sure.
Alrighty, let's see.
So Lorenzo, take that stress.
So it increases effect, but I don't get extra dice, right? Because it's either or.
Yeah.
Stress.
For assisting.
I've got foresight, my friend. I don't.
We got a 5.
Second
We got a
use
5
as well, I think.
So 5 would normally be. Was it 5 would be one segment? Yes, that is enough.
Sweet.
Have you used that already, the Lorenzo, twice?
I get 2. I think this is the second time. Second assist.
I think you helped Silas before, and then I think you might have done it again, but I can't remember. It's fine. We'll go.
Marked the one time down.
Okay, it's fine then. Yeah, so you just both managed to finish off this fierce swordsman. Clearly, has a winner of many battles and duels, but could not fight off the not craze, but just very,
Not
very,
this time.
very strong thuggo and a hunter and his ghost dog. Not his normal day. Not what he was expecting.
Sweet.
Cool. So what are you doing, Saffron and Friedrich, then?
It feels like it's. I can't remember how this works. Like initiative, it feels like Friedrich should be the one to act. I threw the grenade and we fucked up. I assume it's not my turn. I don't know how. Can't remember how it really works, really.
You don't necessarily have turns. If Friedrich wants to do something, he can. Otherwise, anyone can act, really.
So the blokey ambassador has he threw the Molotov cocktail out the door and then slammed the door again. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
But the door is not closable. It was very much wrenched apart. Like by close, it's kind of
Okay, so maybe
loosely
he's
hanging on.
maybe he's like standing there with and then he's going for another of his bottles.
Okay. So Friedrich will attempt to throw a knife in his throat.
Love it.
That being his preferred method of
His
dispatching
MO,
enemies.
yeah.
And it always works. It always works.
Yeah.
Also, we have almost no time left to do this kill, right?
Yeah,
Either-
we've got like a turn. It's now or never. It's not done.
So he's going for a throwing knife, 1-hit kill, boom headshot. It's a finesse? Have a look. No, prowl, I think. So that's range damage, isn't it? No, backstab, throat cutting, blackjack.
I think we could argue finesse. We could argue skirmish, as you're probably quite close to him. You could say prowl
I
or
think when I've done
hunt.
throwing knives before, I've said finesse.
I think so. I think that's in the way that Friedrich leverages his skills is it's kind of a very technical exercise.
Well, it says sleight of hand is the key phrase for me. Like he's not. This is not. These throwing knives are not heavy. They're not like a kind of bludgeoning damage, you know. And he's never going to be able to do it over long range. It's like kind of a short range quick is what's being done with these things.
I think your advantage with skirmish is that it is quite unnoticeable. So maybe there's not a lot of speed or damage with it, but you take people by surprise. So he might be concentrating on Saffron right now, and then you're kind of...
That's very much the hope, yeah, is that I am not going to be in his most defended angle.
Yeah, and you've resisted the fire oil, so he's probably expecting you to be like, like, you know, and you're just like, no.
When instead I fucking backflipped out like a Russian gymnast, and I'm now back in the fight. Right, throwing. It's a desperate standard or a desperate limited.
I'm gonna say desperate
Or a risky
standard.
limited.
I'm gonna say desperate standard because he's readying another bottle. But
Okay.
if you do what you want to do, he's going down. Wow.
Told you shouldn't use that 6 earlier, mate.
That second floor, not going well. So that is 2 twos. That is a failure. So what happens is you manage to avoid the fire oil. Maybe you catch it on your cloak. You go to throw the knife, but he's ready with his next bottle. I'm going to say it's... I can't think of what else he'd have, but I'm going to say it's some sort of poisonous acid, but we'll just treat it like fire oil. And he just throws it at you, so you take a level 2 harm acid burn.
Feels like extra punishing.
Resist it. Resist it. Resist it.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll try. Another backflip. See what happens.
I might just double check resistance.
I think you can
Oh,
resist
yeah.
it down to a level 1 harm, right?
Yeah, but I need to double check how many you can do because I feel like there was some limitation.
As much stress as you have, right?
I think I'm thinking of like you can do it instead of using armor, not including. So yeah, I think you can resist if you wish.
I will do that.
And I think he just starts shouting as he's throwing, and he's like, "Assassins! Assassins! Back your dogs! Where the bloody hell are the bluecoats? What the hell do I pay them for?" Okay, so
Three
you,
stress.
it's a level 1 harm instead, and you take 3 stress.
Ooh, it's getting quite tense.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Saffron, what are you doing? Anything?
Ego has taken damage.
Well, this is bad times, right? This is bad time boogie. We're just throwing shit at each other. So, you know, I hate to be a broken record, but really the only way of doing any damage or killing him is to use another grenade. You know, you said last time he might be carrying. He is categorically right there. So I just want to, you know, get a grenade right at his feet and just have it boom right under him.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for.
I love this doodle, by the way. I think it's great. You got like people being, yeah.
Shit. While and to be fair, it's the grenade that was already ready in my hand as well. If you remember, when I was going for it, so it's already kind of just got splashed. So it's still kind of.
This is a
grenade,
snowball
so-
fight.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
With the intention of, well, I mean, it's tough. Again, we want to package stuff together. Obviously, once throwing the grenade, I want to, as much as Saffron can dive out of the way to get the fuck out of the way in the same move. That's the ambition, anyway.
Okay. Just so you know,
But I'm gonna-
he will also see it at the same time and be able to run as much as you at the same time. So
I can't do anything in this game. That's basically what I'm learning. Everything I do is like, well, you can, but they can just fucking do whatever they want. Can I just grenade
Yes.
the guy? Is that okay?
you are a person, and as you keep telling us, you're an old man who can't move very fast. He is not
yeah,
an old
but-
man, and you want to dive out of the way of a grenade. But
Okay,
he's
well,
not allowed to dive out of the way of a grenade?
No, because he's in the room. He's in the room.
I mean, he's kind of at the doorway.
I can close the door first. Do the same again. Just
You told me the door was wrecked.
you son of a- Well, then what did you say? Limited. You go as a limited effect. You're going to go with. Is that what limited effect or?
I mean, so your goal is to
Blow him up with a grenade.
yeah, and survive yourself without taking any harm, right?
Yeah. It's in the. Well, it's just got a doorway to step. Other side of the doorway.
I think it's going to be limited effect
That's
because I think even if you roll a 6, it's going to be too far fetched that he's just going to let the grenade drop at his feet and just stand there whilst you run for cover.
I've seen. I'm thinking of anything where the guy's like, "Whoa!" They're so stunned by the thing. Well, look, if he does get out, he's out of the room. They can kill him while he's stumbling out the room and wounded with shrapnel in him. So I think it's all a.
Oh, I see.
I think it's a win-win. I think.
You're trying to blow him out of the room.
Yeah, I
Smoke
assume
him
that's
out.
what we'll be saying if he if he goes for it. All right, here we go. Right, history repeating itself.
Do a devil's bargain for increased effect.
You can trade position for effect, though, right?
Yes, but this will be desperate,
well,
so
That's already desperate, so you can't do shit with that.
yeah.
Would you do a devil's bargain for increased effect though?
Yeah,
Can't.
Ooh.
What? I can't.
you can get an assist as well for increased effect like we did before.
Well, Friedrich's taking a bunch of stress. I don't think he'd be in an assisting position, or what you'd even be able to do to
Really.
assist.
I will say this is the last action roll before the blue coats are
No,
in the
I
building as well. So
I get that.
In that case, can Lorenzo assist by just firing some shots off down the way with his fine pair of pistols?
I mean, this is not they're not arriving yet, but it'll be after this roll. So
If
I mean, at the ambassador.
just proposed an alternative action, just
Mhm.
it's ought to take it or leave it. Is there a way that you could buy us more time by creating a
Yeah, but
hazardous environment on the stairs or something, and then
My other
Lorenzo
plan-
or Silas would run in?
if we'd had a bit more time, my plan was to use a smoke bomb on the stairs. That was the other plan. So perhaps.
If we
Yeah.
think there's a way that we could earn ourselves another turn before the blue coats are in the room, we might be able to do that way. Just that's an idea.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
No, it's a good idea. If we had another turn, my next thing would have been to throw smoke bomb down the stairs.
Wreck the stairs.
Well,
how
yeah,
many
but I don't,
potions do you have left in your bandolier? Is it one more?
you get 3, so you get 3 of stuff. So I've used my
Yeah.
one grenade, so the grenades that we all have used. So it's the same grenade.
And,
So technically I have 2 slots left.
and your standstill potion.
Did I,
From-
oh yes, of course, yes. Yes,
guard.
that's a smoke bomb with the third one. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, if we think it'll buy it, and these guards aren't super thing, then it's probably a better plan. Cool, I'll do that. Let me just quickly have a little think. Establish carefully breach defense. Yeah, create distractions and chaos. I think I can. Yeah, I think it's a smoke bomb with wreck. I think it says create distractions under wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Carefully applied sabotage. Create distractions. Yeah, I'm gonna roll wreck for a smoke bomb on the stairs. Chuck a big
Okay.
old smoke bomb. Here we go. Desperate still?
I mean, I think desperate because you're in this kind of potion slinging sort of Dragon Ball Z fight at the moment. So if you turn around to throw a smoke grenade down the stairs, I think that
I think I'll have to take. I have to push myself at least, which has put me very close to a second trauma, but not quite. So fine. Well, I'll push myself.
not quite.
Cool.
Super Saiyan potion.
Effect on throwing a smoke bomb at the stairs.
Stand.
Yes. And pushing myself gives myself 1 extra dice, right?
Yep.
Oh, dear Lord, motherfucking Satan and God and Buddha. Come on. Yeah.
Hey.
You successfully threw smoke on the stairs.
But that success was just really fucking good, and it stopped forever because when I failed throwing a smoke bomb, it went So if I get 6, it's got to be fucking amazing. Just a suggestion.
I mean, effect standard, it does what a smoke bomb does.
Great. If I can describe the smoke bomb
The
for everyone.
the 6 means that there's no consequences.
Wow, you say that, I say. It's amazing. So it creates a cloud of acrid smoke that's difficult to breathe and stings the eyes. Acrid smoke. So this is it's no good for these guys.
So you've it's no bueno for men.
No bueno
for the men enemies. So yeah, you do start to hear the spluttering of the blue coat. So you bought yourself some time, and you've not opened yourself to attack by Bazran again just yet. And I will now allow Lorenzo and Silas to enter the fray.
Is he stuck in here with us, or are we stuck in here with him? Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, he gets out a potion which is just says written on the side don't know what's that potion? Oh yeah, the ex-wife. Is that what I meant to?
Oh nice, yeah.
Yeah. I call this the ex-wife.
I'm just waiting for him to bust out that rage essence or something.
He's not gonna rage essence just now because he knows the perils of taking it in this situation. But if you'd like Silas to take the lead, he can come charging back down the stairs, shouting, "Why isn't he bloody dead yet?" And he will, in his fury, just barge straight into the room, and hopefully surprise him and run the bastard through.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. There's nothing more technical to it on this one.
Yeah, that's gonna
I'd quite like to get my pistol out and shoot him, but it would probably be less effective actually in the situation.
Either way, it's going to be desperate standard.
Works for me. In that case, he will try to shoot him. He will run in, and his objective will be just to get up close to him. Either get him close enough that he can actually get a clear shot on him, or just run in and grab the bastard and do it that way.
Grab the bastard.
And then shoot him. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. If I can pressure, because at least we got a 4. This is a 4. Okay,
so success with a consequence. You're using your pistol or your saber?
He's going to use his pistol.
Okay, I think what you do is you have to barge round the corner, and you do like a.
Wait, don't lie. I haven't brought a pistol on this encounter, this trip anyway. I thought I did. So it's saber time.
Okay, well that makes things simpler. Is you have to get up close to him, and then you maybe just grab him, and then just run him through. And as you're making sure that he's dead, and you put him to the floor, and you see the final potion leaking out of a bottle, and the consequence is what's that potion called? Damn it! Sticky potion.
Oh no!
Your boot is starting to solidify with the wooden floorboards.
Olly.
You're not talking about bloody it's called binding oil.
Binding oil.
Olly. Just burn me! Burn me!
That would be far too easy.
I had a feeling it
was
was
going to
like
be going downtown.
I thought it was going to be. It seemed to be that, or some kind of some kind of powder, or some kind of stand still powder. We got him.
Okay.
You're a strong guy. I don't think it's going to take too much for you to smash the floorboards with your saber and cut yourself out. But I would like
clunky foot of. Well, I mean, to be fair, not to be, it permanently fuses 2 surfaces. You could just take your shoe off.
Yeah, I mean that will still take a moment though.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. Do you leave your boot behind, or do you want an action roll to carve your boot out to the floor?
I'll precious all these boots.
What would Silas do? I mean, the logical thing, if he knew exactly what he'd stepped in, he'd be like, "Oh, I better take that off." But he doesn't. So, and it's probably his blood's running hot, so he probably is trying to yank it, smash it,
all right,
whatever.
I'm going to roll a fortune roll based on your skirmish to see.
Probably should have just said take the boot off, but it doesn't feel like it's.
What's everyone else doing right now? Are you waiting for Silas, or are you hightailing it?
Whenever we go anywhere with my dad, we always let him go ahead because he's very slow. So Saffron's already moving because
I rolled a crit, so Silas, you just rip your foot out. you haven't even got any like comedic wooden skis on your foot. It's just clean come off. There you go.
Oh, I really want a big like clunky like clap, clap, clap as he ran.
Yeah.
No, I think as soon as Saffron threw the bomb, smoke bomb, and saw Silas and Lorenzo in, he started moving for the ladders, get back up because he's a slow man.
Slow man. All right, cool.
Time to fucking hightail it, boys.
That was probably a rubbish consequence for a desperate position, but
I get what you're saying, but the consequence of the consequence could have been very severe.
Yeah.
Like, if he got stuck in that room, the bluecoats all arrive.
Exactly.
That could have been good night.
Yeah. I think potentially a group action to get out, and I think as well, if anybody wants to do any looting or anything, I think this will make it harder.
And if you remember, I put everything in a very convenient burlap sack. It just needs someone to pick up the sack and take it out. That's it. It's already packed up.
Silas is a qualified sack man, so...
He will not be designated qualified sack man, thank you very much.
Someone needs to carry Saffron.
Silas Mule Templeton.
Can't we just strap it to Ghost Doggy?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. I was going to say you can make him some saddlebags at some point with your tinkering.
Have you ever attached a bag of bottles to a dog?
Yes.
Saffron?
Yes, I have 2 dogs. We get very bored.
Got XL bullies. You just...
Yes, my
Fortunately for
XL.
you, this is a corgi. It's trained in butlering.
Ghost corgi.
What do we need to roll? What do we need to roll? Finesse.
Who's grabbing the bag? Is it already bagged up?
Yeah, it's already bagged up. It was already bagged up. That was categorically stated.
Do we need to do a separate action to grab the bag, or can this be a part of our escape plan?
I think it can be a part of the escape.
Great.
I can lead a prowl action for us to acrobatics the fuck out
I
of
think
here.
that's a terrible idea. I think we should wreck our way out.
I mean, I think this is like your...
Well, how are we getting out?
Where we
Back to
came
where
in.
we came in, right?
Yeah. So that takes us back
Good
onto the
catch.
roof, and hopefully it'll be a better, less blue-coaty way out from the roof. It probably is the best way out.
Yeah.
But it's not the easiest way for us to get out, is it? Because we're down the corridor and then got to get up into the roof. So I'm just throwing it out there if that is our escape plan.
Yeah, I think it might have to be like a skirmish, as it's quite a physical act. You have to get down the side of the building as well.
All wrestle.
A skirmish.
Prowl.
Are we fighting our way out?
Surely, not that to me. I've got no pips neither. But surely, prowl is
Prowl is
traverse,
like
traverse
acrobatics.
obstacles, climb, run, jump, tumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do prowl.
I'm terrible on both.
I just think skirmish because the blue coats are coming up the stairs, and I think you're kind of fending them off with like pistol rounds and stuff. But we could say prowl. But I think consequences would mean the blue coats are getting shots at you.
Is it too complex / rule breaking if we do a group action with different?
Yeah, it's not how it works.
Yeah, I say it not just because obviously I'd like it to be skirmish, but because in the scenario Silas could be the one doing rear guard. But
I see.
If it doesn't really work, then that's fine.
Mm.
Because he's going to be last out anyway, so he's going to be at the back whether he likes it or not, because he's in the room.
Yep.
Up to you.
Well, you could do that yourself, whilst the others do a group action.
That kind of makes sense.
But you will take the consequences upon you. That's the downside.
Yes.
So, are you prowling, you other three?
Yeah,
On
I've done.
on the street.
If you just smash a window and then chuck a grappling hook down it, or like a line of rope or something, is that easier? Window access is simpler.
Somebody have that?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can. I mean, this was fine. Technically, I could.
It's too load. If anybody.
Yeah,
has
I
that
could.
free.
I could have climb. Yeah, I could have climbing gear.
I mean, leaving your burlap sack.
Oh, you like me
Screwed
to have
up.
your rules? So, yeah.
Screwed up fashion a pulley system. and
Someone else.
lower
Does
it
no one
down.
else? No one else have any space left for gear?
Climbing gear. I have some climbing gear.
Must have
I'm
used
going
it
to
to
do
get
a
in. Sure.
prowl action.
Someone must have used climbing gear to get in. We have to establish that.
Can
Sure.
anyone hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
quite choppy.
Sorry, I'm not entirely sure why that is, but I have.
Got choppier for me.
It's gone.
Oh no, he's back. Who's gone?
Yeah, I think
He said
Alex
he's got
already.
climbing gear. I got that bit.
Yeah, Friedrich
Yeah,
must have
I
from the
think, I
climbing gear
think
guy.
he already used it the last
Yes.
last session.
Is it usable? No, it's not a case of it set up the side of the building and it stays there for. I think it's a one-use.
Items
Enchilada?
usually are one use.
It might make sense in this case that it wouldn't be, though. I've got climbing gear on my sheet, and it says, large cord of rope, grappling hooks, pouch of dust, climbing harness loops, metal rings. Like, it's some of those things, if you use them to climb somewhere, they would still be there.
Does seem weird. It wouldn't still be there. Yeah, so you couldn't use them again in a different place,
Like,
but
like a rope and some hooks on the walls and things.
yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about smashing a window and doing a new.
Yeah, that's why we're going for the new. That's why
A
we're going
new
for the existing
coil.
one. I think.
Okay.
I think it's just as difficult doing that as the window. I reckon.
Yeah, sticking with plan A then.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
plan 8, prowl. Here we go.
All right. Well, the blue coat's got Friedrich now, so
Right,
interrogation.
I'm gonna get mine over with. I've got no points, so this is going to be miserable.
So who's leading the group action?
I can lead a prowl.
Okay.
I've forgotten again how it works.
You're not rolling, Silas. You're doing your skirmish.
Everybody doing the group action rolls that
I
roll.
think, Silas,
and then...
I think Silas said he wanted to do prowl with us.
Well, I'm on the fence. I do think it makes the most sense for him to skirmish. I just don't want him to die.
But skirmish. Are you're still leaving by skirmishing?
Yeah, it's sort of his skirmish action is complementary to the prowl action.
Can I wreck by leaving?
distracting them. Well, we could do one or the other as a setup, right? And then that would make the next one easier. Because you could do a skirmish roll setting up our prowl roll.
The idea is that everyone's hightailing it out, and as Silas comes out of the room, he's a bit behind from his engagement, and he's sort of having to sort of fight to distract his way out. So that's why it all sort of works at the same time.
I still have my grenade. I could wreck escape.
I mean, if you want to do that, we just roll twice then, right? Do separate rolls.
If it just
Yeah.
complicates everything, we can just do one prowl roll.
Can people hear me now?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I don't know what's going on the internet. Sorry.
I had the same.
So are we climbing out, or are we smashing out, or what?
We're climbing out, but we're just debating
Still
whether.
undecided. Surprise, surprise.
Right, we're climbing out, and I think for simplicity and to avoid discussion about more types of rolls, we're just going to do one group action on prowl.
Prowl.
Yay.
Lead the way, Lorenzo.
Right,
Roger.
So everybody roll prowl.
Oh, God. Desperate.
Yes.
Taking up loads of XP though.
Yeah, I've
Oh.
just picked in prowess onto
Oh,
the
right.
maximum.
I don't think you get XP for the group action because you're not taking any of the risk. Only the person leading the group action gets anything.
Silas, you big
All right.
proud bugger.
I feel like that also represents him struggling to keep up.
I fucking hate having no dice and things.
Good boy.
Let's do a group action, guys. Sure.
Okay, so Lorenzo, you take 3 stress
Fucking hell.
as you have
Second
to help.
drummer, anyone? Second drummer.
Yeah, here comes my
Oh,
here
no,
comes,
really?
think that was my
I'm
second
two
trauma.
away. I'm 2 away.
As you have to help everybody get up the stairs. And I think I'm going to have to do a fortune roll to see. Well,
Trying to
what did
trying
you
to
roll?
carefully not trying to carefully. I rolled a 6.
Okay, so you did actually succeed. So there's no consequence. Nobody's getting shot in the ass as you go up the stairs. Luckily.
Okay.
Dragging Saffron's drugged ass up.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not, hey,
Hatches.
currently not drugged. Currently pretty. Wait, once you get back with, when we go to town with his bag of loot, maybe then.
Just covered in fire. That's an acid
Cool.
hook.
And this score will end as soon as you've decided who is carrying Saffron off down the building and who is carrying his bag of loot. Because if nobody agrees to carry the bag of loot, then it's not coming.
Well, it's going to have to be Silas helping Saffron in it. They've got a great relationship building where Silas gets frustrated with Saffron and Saffron's terrified of Silas.
Yep.
So, you know,
Happy
that
for a little.
works.
Happy to be strapped to his back like C-3PO in
Yeah.
Empire.
Except instead of being sassy, you're just screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, Silas, no!
Don't stab anybody, please.
And he's like, I'll stab you in a minute, and all those great one-liners.
I mean, let's not to sway the conversation, but Friedrich is, I believe, a fan of burglary and such like. I think having a valuable bag of swag lying there on the way out, he'd more than happily grab it.
He's not a muscle man, however.
It's a bag of bottles. It's not like it's not a 50-kilogram weight. It's exotic Eruvian powders and perfumes and Saffron shouts, "You could have half of the profit."
Lorenzo will be carrying the bag.
Oh, well, there you go. You can have some of it.
We'll be going through it, drawing off a little receipt for each bottle.
It's a deal. I'll hold you to that, old man.
Writing up the invoice.
All right, Friedrich will scoop up the bag and attempt to fasten it about his person as he hurries up the ladder and on our escape.
Nice.
Jesus. Shambles.
Bloody hell.
Which I'm sure will go great.
Well, that is the end of the score.
Fucking
Um,
shambles, mate.
We now move
So I
into...
don't think we're getting much XP for that one.
We've got about 100 desperate rolls. I think we're doing all right.
You're not getting them for group XP.
All right, we get it. Such
Well,
a
I'm just saying, sometimes people have selective hearing.
Debbie Downer.
We made it, guys.
Ooh, we're
Let's focus on
assassins.
that. I really... Well, I didn't think we were going to make it, so...
No, that's pretty
You say that
gus.
every time.
Yeah, that one did feel pretty close, though.
And that was our best. That was our best. We went in with the best setup we've ever had. So you know. That
Yes.
Yes. And you were so
Like
cautious and
every-
it paid off.
Like every good sort of heist episode you've ever seen, it always looks like it's going to go really smoothly, and then it goes horrendously badly in a moment.
Well, I think the
Then
problem was
the
again.
heroes / scoundrels get out. So you know.
Yep.
This was an episode of Duskfall Firefly.
It's true. The problem was again only one of us can actually really inflict damage on people. That's kind of even with grenades, it's still not exactly super
Yeah.
powerful.
A
So
couple of reasons for that, though, aren't there? Like one, well, we sort of didn't really expect there to. We didn't. If
It's
it all had
true.
gone perfectly, there would have been no one to fight really. But also they're still the Red Sashes, aren't they? We're still fighting above our station, so combat is fucking
true.
hard.
to be fair, if someone had done Devil Bargain, it would have been a lot less pressureful as well. Actually, to be fair, so you know.
It would have been cool though.
Grenades
pretty
aren't
fun.
really like close quarter weapons either.
If we're Firefly, does that make Silas Jane?
I think so.
Yeah.
Fuck. It
And if so, does that
actually.
make you the dickhead Gamergate actor?
No,
that
no,
plays Jane?
it's not.
Doesn't it?
Every now and then I remember that the actor's a twat, and it makes me really sad.
Including the Baldwin. Come on.
Yeah.
Silas will be in his bunk. Right. After the score. Well, let's do rep, which, you know, I think you guys will be happy with because you get 2 rep as standard, and you get +1 rep per tier higher. And the Aruvian Consulate is tier 3.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
So you get
With
5
tier
rep.
0.
Have you given us an
Yeah,
extra
yeah, infinity.
rep?
That's,
Listen,
that's pretty
Are you
spicy.
adding the rep on, Ollie?
Sure.
our bloody heat is going to be
two,
just
3,
ridiculous.
4, 5. And because you've got turf, you only need 2 more to go up to
Oh, that thingy.
back to where you were before.
Ooh, did you include our leverage
yes.
ability?
You've got your sneaky leverage. So you only need
Wow.
1 more.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Ooh, one
Jesus.
more rep.
Oh wait, I did the thing. I did the turf thing. How did I do that?
Yeah, what happened? It went black. Ooh. So how you doing?
I think I clicked the top bit.
Ah.
There you go.
So every turf reduces the amount of rep needed.
Correct.
Nice. Cool.
All right. Coin.
Yeah.
You did not find a way to get coin for this school.
What?
far as I know.
got those couples.
Not yet.
Well,
I've got to sell them first. I've got to make them into something first.
it wasn't clear if that was loot for money or just for Saffron.
Well, it's all very fine Aruvian, and some of the stuff you said was unknown to Saffron. So you've now got to figure out what that stuff is, mate. Or I can figure out what it is if you want me to.
If you want
So
to,
it's
if you want to,
question-
yeah. I mean, it's also you get heat for buying and selling illegal potions as well. So maybe you don't want to do
Oh.
that.
But yeah, I can use them as weapons.
You could, yeah. So if you want to acquire an asset, like do like an acquire asset thing where you get a potion, technically you got it, so you don't need to do take the heat
Cool.
for that.
Might have a look at that.
Okay. Well, you do actually still need to pay a coin
Ugh.
to the crows.
Fucking ridiculous at this point. I'm just paying these
So
fuckers.
is that coming out of the main stash?
Well, I got no coins, so better.
Or
Yeah.
you
Remind me again.
Okay.
What's the deal there? We'll just do that because we have. What happens if we don't?
I can't be bothered to go back into it again. But it's
You pay the coin.
I can't remember what happens, but I think you agreed that you don't want to do that. Oh,
We don't need any more enemies at this exact moment.
starter clock for that boss's patience running out. Every time it fills up, lose 1 faction status with them. So they're tier 2, so you'd be at war with another tier 2 faction, basically.
All right.
Alright, so heat.
Okay then.
This is going to be good, isn't it?
Hmm.
I believe a grenade didn't go off.
Didn't go off. Didn't go off.
Didn't go off.
Didn't go off. No grenade exploded.
But I think when there's there's a storm of blue coats charging after you and fighting and stuff, and pistols going off.
Some might also say that there was no witnesses to the crime, though.
The blue coats were definitely there, and
Yeah, but they were covered. They're covered in smoke. Their eyes were all fucking stinging from the pepper spray. They could barely see what was going on. They were in front of the stairs. They could just about see some blurry shapes.
I'm sure a judge will split those hairs when the blue coats say, "These are the guys who we chased out of the building after the ambassador was found."
Just
Still
the
dead.
fact that we were throwing grenades in the middle of a city in the poshest
I
district.
didn't throw a grenade. There was no
We
grenades
get
thrown.
that heat anyway.
There was no grenades thrown.
I mean,
Like
the
said, it's
ambassador
outside.
setting fire to
threw
his
the
own
first
house
grenade,
with
didn't you?
firebombs.
It didn't get
may not have
thrown.
been us, but it certainly was noticeable stuff happening, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So who hears a fire? It's fire oil, not a fire bomb.
So it's
So
four.
fire-
Fire oil, okay.
So it starts at 4 heat, loud and chaotic.
Great. I still wouldn't say loud. I would say chaotic though.
+1 heat for a high-profile target.
That's
Say
fair.
that it is. +1 heat if the situation happens on hostile turf. White Crown is always hostile turf. Add +1 heat if you're at war with another faction. Add +2 heat
7.
if killing was involved.
We're at 9.
Jesus.
9 heat. Anyone?
Okay,
Nine
we've gone
heat.
into We've got into the next wanted phase, guys. We've got
Yeah, I
3
think-
wanteds.
One of
That
us
was quite spicy.
one of us has to be locked up. One of us is gonna
yes,
take the L.
Olly and I had a chat about what happens if you send someone to prison at wanted level 3, and the answer is it's like 1 to 2 years in prison. So hopefully we don't get anyone sent down.
It's the only way to reduce our wanted level, though. And if you get level 4, it's life or execution. So better
Yes.
level 3 than level 4.
That is true. Right, let's roll for entanglements. See, this is the annoying thing about entanglements. It is judged by how much heat is on the tracker. So because you've gone back to heat 1, you cannot be arrested, which feels very strange.
Mm.
It would be a horrible double whammy, though, I suppose, wouldn't it? If
Yeah. We've
I
got
mean, it would
some,
also make sense, but I guess it's just.
But I
a bit
do
of a-
I do have to roll 3 dice though.
I'm trying to
Wanted
figure
level
out
3.
how it could possibly make sense in the world. Like we're so wanted that.
So I mean, this is actually quite good because it's unquiet dead again. Lorenzo. We will roll on your little clock there for getting possessed.
Oh,
My clock.
yeah.
Oh shit.
So,
Air possessor Lorenzo.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot about that.
I know. I just didn't know how it was playing out. Him.
Like this.
Yeah.
It's just one segment. So perhaps when you get back to the workshop and you rest up, maybe you feel the cold grip of Bear's big hand squeezing your insides. You hear the echo of his voice. I will have your form. I will have it for myself.
I
Um,
think there's a serious. Sorry.
Lorenzo's just gonna pretend that the voice isn't real for now. He's just gonna completely blank it out
Yeah,
as much as he can. He doesn't want to give in to the fact that he's going insane.
yeah.
He doesn't want to believe it. And actually, as that's happening, as he can hear Bear in his head, I think Gus gives him a look, and Gus's eyes flicker blue, so you can see Bear within him
Yeah.
taking hold.
Yeah, maybe Gus
think
protects you
Gus-
in this
Gus
moment.
growls at him quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, you got
But
loads of pips left.
He can only protect you for so long.
I think we should have a serious conversation about pinning everything on Marlene.
it's
No.
No, but
Right.
seriously, we
Let's-
can send a colleagues jail, can't we?
I mean, yes, but it takes more than just asking nicely, I think.
Yeah, well, that's nicely.
It is.
Takes more than I
there's
said.
something to be done in that area for sure. Like,
You could definitely make a deal with someone to go to prison, but a year is a long time, so it would have to be substantial. Do
We can give her the foghound back after a year.
you mean Marlene?
I do mean Marlene. I'm just thinking of
The boxer.
Marlene's my fighting friend.
Nope. Well, why did I say Marlene surrenders and agrees to captain of Foghound? Wasn't she the leader of the Foghounds?
I mean,
That's Captain
listen,
Margaret Vale.
Margaret
We-
Vale.
we
Close
can
enough.
always have someone go in and then break him out.
Item
That's-
Vale.
I think
does sound
Lorenzo
fun.
might just hand himself in at some point to reduce our wanted level.
Yeah, the
Does
prison.
sound really fun.
The prison is tier 4, so
He's still T0.
We could bring in some helpers, I'm sure.
well, let's do XP
Let's not
then.
get too far ahead of ourselves.
Let's get XP done first.
Let's do it.
Saffron, let's start
Let's
with
do
you
it.
because you're the top of the
Okay.
journal.
Let's go back. Oh,
You're 2 XP off. Another,
I know, it's definitely
another
gonna
very big
happen.
advancement.
Definitely going to happen because there was a lot of desperate and a few wrecks.
Yep.
I've lost my character though. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Where have you gone?
I mean, I'm getting the hard one out the way first, and then
Sure, exactly.
The hard meeting out of the way first.
I feel like I added one. I can't remember. That's when you take notes. If I did, what was the very first? We came in, yada yada yada. Got down the stairs.
Are you talking about technical
Load
skill or
up.
mayhem?
Yeah, I think I did add. I think I added whatever the first. I think I added a pip last week. So I'm trying to think whatever the first thing I would have got a pip for.
Oh, I see. So you've already done it.
Just what I remember doing the first one from last week. I'm trying to think what the first thing would have been. It's hard to look back. When did it even start? Finesse.
When you helped Friedrich open the lock. I think that was kind of
yes.
it.
That was exactly it. Yeah, that was exactly it. Yeah, cool, brilliant, cool. They went down, wrecked the door open, so that was pretty wrecky. The door to throw the grenade in.
Nah, I don't think that's technical skill.
Or mayhem. I addressed the challenge with mayhem.
It wasn't mayhem.
It was fucking crow over a door and go in and chuck a grenade.
I wouldn't say that's that's a characteristic of mayhem.
It would have been if the grenade had gone off.
This guy broke a door open in a heist.
Well, if the grenade had gone off, it would have been mayhem anyway.
He's a maniac.
Ambassador Partridge.
Yeah.
Was assassinated.
Fine.
I'll give you struggle with issue from vice or trauma for hanging around in the workshop and being
Great.
boring.
Yeah, all I'd say is that's actually more drives heritage or background. I would say actually, because that's more like again that kind of fascination with the Ruby and things. There's backstory about all that.
Yeah.
I'll take one for that, and then I would again take mayhem for the smoke bomb as well.
You capped at 2 XP for that, aren't you?
It's 2
I didn't
XP
take one
per bullet point. I mean, what do we think, everyone? Like, do you get XP
Yeah,
every
the
time you
XP.
use a potion?
Well, it depends. I guess what will Silas take for his? He addressed a challenge with violence. He did many
I'm going to
attacks.
raise that myself, Saffron.
I'm just saying, if all of his attacks are violent, then all my things using wreck and bombs are.
I think you do. I think you do get XP for that because you're limited to 2 XP per heist for that anyway, right? So
Yeah. All right
that's
then.
just playing your playbook how it's wanted.
Go on
to
then.
be.
That's what I do.
On that sort of point, like some of the playbook XP actions, i.e., Silas's, very easy to achieve. And I think others are less easy to achieve. And I don't think they should necessarily be punished for being a little bit trickier to.
Right. I'll listen to the mob in this instance. So, Mikey, you can
Great.
have a think about a playbook advancement.
Cool. And then how many desperate rolls did I do? So I get the desperate roll from the group action, yeah?
Are you not doing it as you go?
No.
No.
I like looking back. Wreck was desperate, so that's the pip goes into prowess, not into wreck itself yet. That's the one. And you get pip in there. And then there was another one. I assume there was the grenade as well. Yes, and the desperate action wreck. Nice. Nice. My prowess is full up, so I get another pip in a prowess skill. I should probably put it into something useful like prowl or skirmish, really, just to. I think I'm going to put it in prowl. That feels. What's the word? You know, he was carried around, but he was doing some up and down ladders. He's probably he's done he's done his 10,000 steps for the day. He's feeling a bit fitter. You know, he's slowly.
Importantly, as well, you're getting 3 dice on a prowess roll now, so you've got 3 dice to resist.
Oh yeah. That's nice. It makes sense putting 1 each because then you build up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. And then I think that'll be.
So
it yeah, that was it for the desperate rolls. Cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's me done. Now I'll figure out what splash build I want to get. Ooh.
you've got a 35% chance to get a 6 now on your
Nice.
resistance roll. Right. Okay, let's go to the next person. Friedrich, are you there, sir?
I am here, sir. Yes, sir. I also filled out my prowess bar, so I'm getting another pip in finesse.
Lovely.
That's a 9. And I have 3 pips in finesse,
Ooh.
and also obviously 3 pip. No, so the dice you roll on a prowess roll is how many of the individual skills you have anything in, correct?
Yeah, it's that first column, so you need at
That
least
first
1
column.
pip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've gone to 3 pips in finesse rather than taking on 1 in skirmish or rep to
Makes sense,
improve
yeah.
that resistance. But rolling 3 for finesse is big for me because that's my pickpocketing, that's my slipping through small gaps, that's my burglaring,
Daggering.
and that's my dagger throwing as well. So
Mhm.
I think that's the way to go.
And
Uh,
then playbook advancement.
I think I should get 2
Do you?
because I addressed 2 challenges with stealth or evasion.
Which ones?
I addressed the challenge of ingress into the building using stealth,
Mhm.
and I addressed the challenge of having a Molotov cocktail thrown in my face using evasion.
I mean, evasion's an interesting one. I don't think, in this instance, I don't think we can. I think evasion is like running, like fleeing.
Are you claiming,
Oh.
Oliver Hall, that to acrobatically backflip out of the path of an incendiary grenade and avoid all harm is not to evade that grenade?
It wasn't a grenade.
I think you could say that about anything. You could say like, oh, I evaded, my love of, Cadbury's cream eggs.
This is from a resistance roll, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel to me like passing resistance checks and making them relevant to your character is using the playbook to do your character the way they would do things.
That is actually crucial. I agree with that. I agree with that where I didn't agree with the semantic slippery slope argument. Well, I could describe anything as evasion because that is how this game is designed. All of the skills are just words.
Wow.
But I would say both Friedrich's entry and exit, if it's in his nature, he left while stealing swag. That was pretty dealing with, he left in a prowl as well.
Don't try and incentivize people helping you with your little dirty side quests.
I think Alex should get brownie points for helping me.
If we're talking playbook, how he acts, and one of them is dealing with a scenario with stealth and with evasion, he literally evaded the blue coats. He ran up the stairs while stealing fucking swag.
Here's maybe a more fun way of doing it. One of my things is you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I did express my drive to collect possibly valuable, rare, or esoteric items, even if in the moment, through excitement and being interested in those things, even if it's kind of threat to life and limb.
And because you picked up Saffron's bag.
Yeah.
When he asked you to.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't think that counts.
Fair enough.
I think that's not your belief, or that's not your drive. That was very much Saffron's drive.
Certainly, in terms of who actually did the deciding to do that thing.
I think if there was like a little RP thing, or I think if there was a little like the danger was clear and it was like a measuring up the two decisions, I think maybe, but yeah, I think we have to. The whole idea, I think, is to make you RP these things.
Yeah, I accept and agree with your judgment. It is incentivizing people to plan character-related things that they want to work into their score, rather than a game of trying to reinterpret every tiny thing you did in the last 3 sessions into something that gets you points.
Yeah, well, even like making the decisions and action rolls based on your drives, and then if you tell people like, oh, Silas is doing this because his drive is this, we know it at the
you're
time, and it's a lot easier.
Planting the seed.
Yeah, it's harder to go back and retroactively apply the drives.
I accept it in full. I will take my one advancement for successfully breaking everybody into the house as the master burglar.
Okay, cool. And then and circling back to evasion, I think evasion is being burglary-esque, is evading capture, evading being seen, evading, staying in the shadows and escaping capture.
That's how I interpret it.
Are you saying that we didn't actually succeed in doing?
I think if you'd have led the group action, I think it'd be more. That'd be you addressing the challenge. I think just helping with the group action, which has no downsides to you, I'd say that's not worth a point of XP. But hey,
you got the one for
the
entry to the house. That was you did a lot of sneaking coming in the house. You got that one, didn't you?
I thought so. Is that Ollie saying no? Yeah.
No, you did it. Cool. All right then. Lorenzo.
Yo.
Yup.
You've done yours as you've gone along, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you
got
one away from
playbook.
Yeah, 2 playbook. You addressed the challenge with violence, I imagine.
Yeah, I garroted a guard.
You did.
I garroted rather bloodily. Also, I used my hunt skill to try and track information on the Baron. Not the Baron, the Ambassador, Bazran, in the attic.
Yep, that's true.
Is that tracking, would you say?
Yeah, I think you... because you mentioned at the time you were using your tracking skills to find information on the target.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't believe I managed to address my beliefs or anything like that. It was kind of like a B&E followed by a murder. It's kind of hard to fit in your background.
Yeah.
I didn't struggle with my voice or trauma.
No,
not yet.
You're haunted.
That bear. Do I not get XP for that bear? Trying to haunt me again. Trying to possess me.
Again, I think the key things with these playbook advancements is, how I read them at least, is you being active rather than subjected to things happening to you.
Right.
Again, the game is encouraging you to be active and participate and build the story and the narrative, rather than just sitting there and letting me do stuff to you.
Gross.
Possess me.
Which is what we call the D&D way. Right, Silas?
Yeah, old Thuggo Templeton had a surprising amount of Thuggo things to do in
traditional 2 XP.
Day out. So I did 3 desperate combat actions or skirmish actions, and was engaged in 2 violent encounters.
Yep.
And again, didn't really manage to express any interesting character stuff at all, which I look forward to hopefully improving on. My question is, I can't remember. Can I take my pips that I put into my skill and put them into my playbook, or is it just one way?
I believe you can do both ways.
Okay, because that means I can actually get to a playbook advancement, which might be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I shall do that, I think.
Okay.
So I get full playbook and then 2 pips.
All right, well, I'll jump over to the crew XP quickly. So, execute a successful smuggling or acquire new talents, clients or contraband sources. Don't think so. Contend with challenges above your current station, yes. You dealt with the... I might say 2 XP here, because you dealt with the Red Sash officer and you dealt with the ambassador.
Yep.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. I'd say an assassination mission into White Crown is probably as hard as it gets.
Pretty big dig.
Pretty big dig, so I'm going to give you 1 for that.
Sweet.
We should be dead or in prison.
The day's not over yet.
Just you wait. Express the
Certainly do.
goals, drives, inner conflict, or
Yeah.
essential nature of the crew.
We're still not there.
Yeah.
This might be a good time to. I know there was talk about shifting the reputation from daring to something like. It's not in the book, but a reputation of being scary.
Yeah, I do like that. I feel that's where we're going. It's more that kind of, what's the word? I think we flagged Batman around. Just being like intimidating, scary, like having an air of people like, fuck, these guys are fucking mad.
You don't mess with the Emporium.
Yeah, like we have actually, I would say, developed a bit of a string of, through what we've done, of hitting people where they wouldn't expect us to be.
Yeah.
Coming out better than we should be. Like we shouldn't, by anyone's expectations, be able to pull something like this off, but through either cunning or brute force we have. And I think that's quite an interesting reputation to sort of.
I think we need to start working into it. Things like, branding our enemies, leaving splashes of blood on the wall. Writing, you've been damned in blood. That kind of stuff. We need to start getting that on the go. That's part of it, I think.
You've been damned, mate.
I want to get the Batman spotlight working on the rooftop.
What's the symbol going to be there?
I'm not super.
Gus's face.
It's a jammy dodger, but crumbly.
A jammy dodger, but the heart is the blood drop. So it's upside down, basically. Because you've got Silas, who's done some scary stuff. You've got a ghost dog. Saffron, you're scary, I think. You've got a scary wheelchair. Maybe he's gone.
I looked around.
I think his phone out of battery finally. Good innings, though. Alright. So that's XP done. I'll wait for Mikey to log back on, and then I want to talk about what Wanted Level 3 means.
Not a good time.
Actually, you know what? We need to tick down the Red Sash's power clock to 1 segment. Got him on the ropes.
Exciting.
You back, Mikey? You back to robot mode?
In the meantime, we can pat ourselves on the back for achieving a score that should basically have been impossible.
Did you pick your playbook advancement, by the way?
I've tentatively picked Vigorous, which is just you recover from harm better and faster. But I've just been looking through the rest of the player kits to see if any from Veteran might be a bit more interesting or something I can work into the character a bit. Nothing stood out yet as fitting, but I just want to give it another pass through, because otherwise it's just like, Silas, I stab you, you stab me. It might just be the most practical choice, but
okay.
I'm most interested in having leader, to be honest, but I feel like it's not actually going to be come up in our crew anytime soon. Sort of like cohorts that we're going to be more actively using in scores and things. So maybe for later.
Yeah, save it for when you get a cohort.
Yeah.
Demon speak Mikey's
no,
back.
You might have to mute yourself for half an hour whilst you charge your phone.
Saffron changes playbook to Ghost.
Yeah. Well, let's crack on. Let's talk about Wanted Level 3. So,
with my regrets, this might be the moment where I should step away as well.
Okay.
With apologies to chat and our legions of fans, I've got to go and tidy my flat, or else I'll get kicked out of it. So, have a wonderful rest of the sesh. Thank you, OP.
Okay. See you.
Later.
See you to everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, Silas already knows this. So, Lorenzo, let me tell you about Wanted Level 3.
Okay.
And I'll have to repeat it for Mikey. But essentially, Milo and I chatted. As an ex-Bluecoat, I wanted his opinion. But I think Wanted Level 3 is when the Bluecoats are actively pursuing you now. And
Right.
I've started a clock called Warrant of Arrest. And so every time one of you is seen out in public, the clock gets ticked as people spot you. And when it ticks down, then the Bluecoats will come for your arrest, essentially.
I'm gonna hunt down every single one of those suspects, stalk them to their home, and murder them mercilessly.
We don't know who the suspects are.
And that blue box, I'm watching, Ollie. I'm always watching. Lorenzo's always watching, like Batman, just on a rooftop.
And
arc coming in.
And I think this is suitable that was the score that kind of kicks this off, because killing random thuggos is one thing and gang people, but killing an ambassador in their home in White Crown,
It's like a terror attack.
the blue coats are investigating. There's probably an inspector on the case, one who actually cares about doing his job, not like Campbell, and also the spirit wardens as well, who arrived on the scene and found all the dead. Were like, this needs to be sorted because all these rogue spirits appearing everywhere in the middle of White Crown is really bad. Like, they're going to get some serious heat from the nobility of Duskvol if there's rogue spirits wandering around White Crown.
I missed that. Sorry, is that the Red Sashes?
No, so just talking about Wanted Level 3. So I've started a clock called Warrant of Arrest.
Uh-huh.
So whenever you're spotted in public, I'll click down the clock, and then when it runs out, the Bluecoats will come to arrest you.
When you say in public?
Outside
Just
of your if you do anything outside the workshop, basically.
So if we're ever seen on a heist or a job?
A heist, a job, a downtime. Yes.
And we can get rid of that by dropping a wanted level?
Yeah, or paying off the Bluecoats when they come a knocking, or
Never.
there are ways. There are ways. But as things stand, yeah, you're very wanted. And I was just saying as well, the high-profile killing as well in White Crown, and the Spirit Wardens would obviously be very much pressured to find the people who were doing killings in White Crown and releasing these spirits.
Have we taken a pip off the Red Sash's power?
Yes.
I was really hoping that would have
Yeah.
opened it.
One more to go.
Yes. So
Well, that's okay. I mean, and when you say one pip, like, so is it going to be just one pip per heist, or is it like every person that sees us, there's a new bip comes off it in terms of warrant of arrest?
I think warrant of arrest is if you're like, I indulge my vice, so I have to go to Silkshore. You'll be spotted. I do a downtime. I go and meet with the dim assist person. It's a tick off the clock. We go and meet with the lampblack to tick off the clock.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What if we get them to come meet us on the damn Dodger and it's all stealthy and they just come on the boat?
I don't know. I haven't actually written 10 pages worth of rules for this, so.
Well, why not?
Is it whether like just a lawman sees us at all? So it's not necessarily if we organise a meeting with another gang, the law aren't going to.
If they come to us,
it's not just it's not just Bluecoats. It'll be people who make money because you're now wanted. They will see you are wanted, so they will go and give information in return for money.
But if Baz agrees to come and have a
we didn't
meeting
talk
at the
about this
Emporium.
Last time, Ollie, but I wonder if the way we actually balance that out slightly is maybe we have a fortune roll for every time someone's outside.
How?
Even if it's just like 50-50 or something, because I wonder if the four of us all have to do a downtime activity of some sort, that was just like bam, 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 bam. All the clocks are gone. But I wonder if it might make more sense that you're not necessarily going to get noticed or turned in by everyone. Even if it's only a 5 or a 6 to not be turned, you know what I mean? It's just something to sort of weigh up that, like, you might not get spotted.
Lorenzo has waved his hand.
Just a thought.
What's our relationship like with the locals?
-1.
Not great.
What's the locals of Crowsfoot just don't like us?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
they would
don't
snitch on us then. There's no doubt about that then.
I think if you all do a downtime, like if you all go to your healer again, that's not going to be 4 different segments. You know, maybe we'll say for the downtime it's. But this is the thing as well. It's like 1 to level 3. These are the kind of things you have to think
That's
about.
true. It is severe.
Do we know we have a warrant out for our arrest? In character.
Yeah, I think so. I think what you
Well,
just did was
maybe-
pretty high profile.
Maybe we come up with a plan to actually tackle that then.
Well, yes. Pin it all. I think I say we offer what's her name to go to prison, and when she
I
gets
think-
out, we'll give her the Foghound back.
I-
She can go be free.
Realistically, I'd want to put
That's a great
in
plan.
incarcerate Lorenzo because I could play it. I've got another character lined up, but Lorenzo wouldn't do that himself. So he really badly wants to kill these motherfuckers. So he's not gonna nominate himself. So
Well,
probably
he may yet get arrested after a period of us being spotted in public.
Well, let's do downtime then first,
Yeah, true. We don't know who it will be.
because you still only have 1 downtime each anyway.
Shit.
Shit.
Fucking war, man.
Didn't you do something? Lorenzo, you got something that means you can do more than 1 downtime. Wasn't that a thing you? Is it an ability or?
Nah, I'd say a
Pay the
spider
gold.
ability. Oh yeah, it'll pay gold. You can pay
Okay.
coin to have an extra downtime, or there's a spider ability where you can give yourself an extra downtime or a party member.
What?
But
So, anyone got a downtime in mind?
yeah, come out and work on some stress. Indulge my vice.
Yes, you
I
can.
get stressed down.
Yes,
But
I think it's probably all of us. I think at this point.
yeah, I get stressed down. But I mean, one of course, because I've got plenty of vice adjacent things to indulge myself in my workshop. Is there some rule that you can't? You have to go out and indulge it to get this warrant down, or is that acceptable?
No.
So
Yeah, can I just play some cards with Saffron in the workshop?
he's passed out in a corner, jacked
Have
up
a
on
few-
trance powder. So
have a few whiskeys and
It's
fucking
perfect.
have a punch up with
Lorenzo's
Silas.
just going to play some cards. Saffron's going to get all drugged up, and Silas is going to kick the shit out of somebody in the house.
I'll spar with Silas.
Good point.
Lorenzo will spar with Silas. Even though he might get beaten the fuck up.
Yeah,
I
you
suppose.
might take harm for
We-
that. I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah, and
Do we
it may
wanna
not
be-
worth it.
I mean, he's seen what he does in the pit, you know.
Well, I think
Maybe he-
Silas, didn't you write that you knew Lorenzo from the fighting pits? Like he was
it was-
a regular
it was-
gambler.
and Saffron as well, because that Saffron supplied the fight.
Yes, we put that connection right at the start, and then never really did anything with it. So
I think
it could actually make
It
sense.
might be the right time now.
Yeah. Well, I think if again, this is entirely up to Lorenzo because he might get hurt. I mean, either of them could get hurt. But knowing that they can't get out, Lorenzo may want to spar for a training purpose. Silas is always going to be up for a fight with somebody.
You know what?
I can see that it could make sense.
Lorenzo
if
would-
it was.
Lorenzo would do it. He'd spy you for a coin. He's a gambler. isn't he?
Let's see. Would Silas pay Lorenzo a coin to kick the shit out of him? I don't think he would. I think he'd find that to be a strange thing to do.
Yeah, my advice isn't stupid, I guess.
The thing about Silas though, it's not like he's just sitting around at home going, "Ooh, I could do with a beatdown right now." It's a sort of overwhelming sort of situational thing. You know, being in the fighting pits, it's a lot of sensations and stuff.
I see.
And
Big
I
in
think
football stadium.
it's all of that, isn't it? It's being beaten up. It's getting all the shouting, the betting, the drinking. Like it's all of that whole thing. Is that's him indulging his vice. I think sparring at home probably wouldn't really, do the thing.
Hey, Silas,
So
fancy going down the pits, sneaking out?
Well, I'm always open to a little trip down to the fighting pits. You fancy coming down for a beating or a betting?
It'll be a betting this time, but maybe we just go out the dead of night, proper sneaky like.
That's fortunate that's when the fighting takes place. With the dogs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
Well, you're betting on me, I suppose.
Well, maybe here's the thing. I was wondering, this time I know probably you weren't able to do it before, but nothing's changed. How about you take a fall?
I can't really promise anything. You know how I do tend to get a little into these things, but perhaps it could be arranged.
Well, for the fight, let me know. Give me a signal, and then I'll know who to bet on.
I suppose it's agreeable. I want a share of the coin, though.
Of course.
It is me, of course, who will be getting my beautiful face all smooshed up.
You've taken a few punches, man. You'll be fine.
You could always do the Peaky Blinders thing where you look like you're losing, and then Lorenzo starts taking bets at certain odds, and then you actually turn it around and win.
That would be fun, wouldn't it? They'd be the best of friends after that. I love this idea that they're going down to the pits together.
Hell yeah, that'll be a. You're passing myself off as the bookie though, and taking the bets, and then doing that would be a way more of a situation than just betting on Silas to lose, though, right? That sounds like a roll.
We have to roll to indulge vice anyway.
True. But that sounds like I'd be getting money. Could be getting a bank. Like a mini heist.
Not enough to make coin, no.
Oh.
Well, I suppose just the vice roll can sort of represent how well this endeavor goes.
Yeah.
True.
It depends if your vice is indulged. If you, well, I imagine if your vice is gambling, then if you win lots of money, then you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, true.
So go on then. You pair roll some indulging.
Let me just remind myself what I need to roll.
No bonus.
Attribute.
Ooh.
Lewis attribute.
Nice.
5. That's pretty good. So you're down to 2.
Very nice.
So I do. Yeah, so I get watch one dice, don't I? If I do lowest attribute roll.
What did you click, Lorenzo? Is there an indulge vice button?
Indulge vice.
Oh, there's a
just
button.
above
I
your
forget.
traumas. Yeah.
I forget there's a button for that. Indulge vice. All right. Yeah, nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh wow, you both got the same. That's convenient.
Is convenient. So I clear 5 stress, right?
Correct.
Jolly good, because that was looking a little unhealthy.
Right, and I'm gonna tick one on warrant for arrest as some sneaky little rat sees you both see Silas in the ring, and sneaks out to go and dish some dirt at the local bluecoats.
It's not
office.
the most inconspicuous thing to be doing, is it?
I thought you were doing the sparring in the workshop. You actually went out in the world.
No, we snuck out. Yeah, we snuck
Nah,
out.
we decided it wouldn't really actually make sense.
Yeah, and plus I can't.
It's fair.
How do I get my gambling fix by playing,
true.
chess with Saffron? It's not really the same as being in the pits. Silas is kind of like teasing me about the pits.
Like
Like,
Uno,
it's about the atmosphere,
with
mate. Come on.
granddad.
I was going to say, to be fair, we should probably let Friedrich at least do a downtime roll and rest just as basic, but he did the heist and had to leave half session. Feels a bit mean if we don't let him.
I think
That'd be good.
I think my thoughts is if you miss downtime, then you just auto do a healing roll.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Cool.
What are you doing, Saffron? Are you?
I am very stressed and wounded. I feel like this might be a fun time to do a disappear for a bit.
What?
Saffron. Do a little, and I'm trying to figure out the rule on it. Well, it's because it's the whole indulging vice. Obviously, if you overdo it, you can get the
Become
what's it
lost.
called? Become lost. But it says you can just choose to just get lost for a couple of weeks.
I mean, that was kind of the homebrew rule that we had. But are you nearly stressed out anyway?
Yeah, I got one with stress, another, and two level 1 wounds.
So you might
Because
overindulge anyway. You're probably going to well.
That's
No, you can't
that's
overindulge.
No, I can't. But you see, if we can just choose to give our character a break and recover all wounds, stress.
Yeah, but you'll miss the next score.
Yes, but I'll play another character.
If that's what you want to do, you don't. I mean, you don't know what the next score is, but
Has it been designed specifically with Saffron in mind?
no, it has not. I'm just aware the
you
last time
implying-
we did this, the character player never came back.
Well, it's not a pattern. It's just it'll be fun. I feel like it's quite a good time. I don't know, feel like a good time to do it because I'm not going to be able to
Okay.
indulge it. It's
Okay. It's fine. I don't want it to be like a thing that people do every 5 sessions because it's not a proper rule of the game. It's not like a.
okay, that's fine.
It's not a
No, that's
fix,
right, mate.
a fixer.
I thought we were kind of. I thought it was something we were being encouraged to do. But if it's not something we want to do, then that's totally fine. I won't do that. That's absolutely fine. I love Saffron, so I'm not trying to do it. Just I like the idea of it. But I thought when we talked about it, it seemed like it was like we should do this to be fun. But I didn't realize it was actually
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
say
don't
I'm encouraging it at all. I think it's
cool. Well, then I
'Cause
won't do it.
because I think it's a bit. It's to be fair, it probably is quite an easy option just to be like, well, I want to clear all my harm and my stress. So
We sort of bodged it really because Daryl wanted to try a different character,
Sure. Okay.
and
Fair.
it lined up with the fact that
Yeah.
he was also kind of screwed on his character sheet.
No worries. Well, I will just indulge my voice very normally, very standard Saffron fare. So instead of roll my lowest attribute, the attributes are insight, prowess, resolve. They're not abilities, right?
yeah, but apparently there's an indulge vice button. So
Yeah,
Oh yes, of course there is. It'll be something, isn't it? Which is clearly
oh yeah, right there,
right
next to
there.
this. Yeah.
Indulge dice. Bonus dice. Oh. Bonus dice. Indulge dice. Roll. I'll push myself to indulge my vice and give myself a trauma. Seems antithetical. Is it 1? Great.
Oh dear.
Wicked. Wicked. That's woohoo.
Maybe
What a
because-
great use of a downtime roll. That
Maybe-
sucks.
Yeah, maybe because you know
So-
you're stuck at home. Like it's not like you chose to stay at home. That's
Well, that-
unfortunate.
That just sucks. What a waste. Waste. Why is it pick your lowest one? I guess that makes sense, but it's a bit mean, that. Oh well, there we go.
Yeah.
Got a question. If I was to use a coin to get another downtime and see the doctor, would everybody else be able to see the doctor as well, or just me?
Just you, because it's everyone has to use a downtime to recover.
Sure, the doctor could do a house call. Doesn't have to be
Well, the
I'm
downtime
gonna-
activity is the activity. But
Oh yeah,
but
I'm
if,
just thinking the
if
one.
Lorenzo had a doctor brought to the house, could the others then spend coin to see him?
Yeah.
If that happened, I
If
would
you're
do it.
spending
That's not
coin.
really fun.
If you're spending,
Um,
sure. We're just paying him a fee via our coin, which we've tried work very hard for to get him to do a house call.
Yeah. I'm just
And perhaps a bit
wondering.
more
I'm just
incognito
wondering if there's going to be a
usual.
lesser effect when he doesn't have any of his stuff.
It's got a big briefcase.
Yeah.
Jewels.
Bag.
Suitcase.
Pop it
Any
desk.
other way that harm reduces over time, is there?
No.
It's just a slight quirk for me that Silas got stabbed a couple of weeks ago, and it's sort of recovering. But it sort of just isn't, and if he doesn't see a doctor, he just never will.
Well, I find it odd. Like I think
but it's just
yeah,
it's just a quirk of the system.
Yeah, it's like
Saffron
a,
was stabbed. Saffron was stabbed 4 heists ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
It's a strange
easy
concept, isn't it?
it's like it heals wrong, or like bones
Yeah,
set.
it's healed.
Yeah,
it's
It's
not.
a muscle damage without
Yeah.
doctors seeing to it'll still be disabled from it. Maybe.
Yes.
Either way, I'm gonna spend the coin. Call over Melvir. He's a Physica friend of Lorenzo's.
Got +1 million.
How are you calling him?
Pigeon, messenger pigeon.
Wow.
Send out one of Friedrich's
Send
little Gus.
Gus can go. I can.
What is it, Lassie?
I've got my blue.
There's a Lorenzo falling down a well.
The player characters are trying to be Weasley.
No, I can send Gus
No,
out.
never.
I could order him telepathically, surely.
Right, I'm pipping you for getting the doctor.
Pippin.
Yeah, I'm not arguing about it anymore. You're getting a pippage
What?
because you're all getting healed. So,
We're not all getting healed.
well, you pay a coin. You can have the doctor's services.
Don't have a coin.
If it's there, I will do it.
Don't have a coin.
I'm easy on the wherever you feel it lands, Ollie, on the system with the rules. I'll go either way. But if it's there,
Oh, good.
I feel like because we're mid-war, nearly we're this war now. We're having that less effect on every kind of physical roll. So
Yeah, well, roll me some heal rolls then, chaps.
Healing.
Got to remember.
Fucking
Is there
hell.
a roll for that as well?
One segment.
yeah, just the healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm only one segment full from last time, and I'm like, I'm never going to be unstabbed.
Wait, what? How do you calculate a healing roll?
1 to 3 is 1 segment. 4 to 5 is 2.
Yeah, but
6
what dice
is
is it
3,
taking?
and a crit is 5.
Yeah, but how?
Yeah, why
what was
have
it
you got? I
rolled
mean, you got
from?
2 and a 1 anyway, but why is it disadvantage?
It's got
Yeah, I
one
don't know.
one dice.
0 dice, but from what?
Yeah, 0 dice. Let's have a look what it says to roll.
So I've got 2 in resolve.
Oh, so your healer rolls. So it's your tier
Oh yeah.
because your Physica is your tier.
No.
What's our tier?
Doesn't
0?
feel really worth it, does it?
0, yeah. Again.
And when
Pay a
we
coin to
when we
possibly fill one segment. I'm just gonna stay stabbed, thank.
yeah, shit.
Alright, well.
The odds are too poor. Yeah.
Lorenzo's already rolled, so he has to keep his crappy.
Fucking Melvir. You're
What's
fired.
Melvir like?
She's shit. She's an old Italian woman. And she's useless.
Not another one.
Nonna. Fucking Nonna Melvir.
Oh, maybe this is actually your.
She's got arthritis. She can't even
Yeah.
fucking
The home
scalpel straight.
the homebrew Italian consomme did not heal your stab wounds, unfortunately.
Damn it. Thought you weren't murdered. God damn it. Sick. Just stay that way, Melvir.
All right.
Melver.
Well, that's downtime done.
Very successful.
So
Stress is good.
you do get a visitor that you did not expect,
Hmm.
and it's good old Pickett.
Ah.
And he comes in, and you can see like the lamp-black thugger is kind of keeping an eye out in the street. Little bell rings on the door as he comes in. Hey, nice place you got here, Monkshood. Are you open right now? I can't tell. It's all dark and smells weird.
Saffron just dribbling in a corner.
Not indulging whatsoever.
Someone else might need to. Well, to be fair, with that one, I think his indulgence was he just, I don't know, had a Nurofen, I think.
Maybe you tried something from the burlap
The
sack.
bag.
Yeah.
Bad stuff, bad juju.
It was Jeremy Renner's hot sauce.
Alright, Saffron, he's all out of it. That was I'm not going to take more punishment for such pathetic downtime. Oh yes, we're always open. Do you want to buy something? I could do with some money.
He's looking around at the shelves. It's like, no. Not really.
Saffron's put all the new Aruvian stuff he got. That's all on a nice shelf. He's done like a little display cabinet for a few little lights, a little nice fancy sign. That's all kind of up there, you know. It's looking pretty good, the new Aruvian stuff.
Just arrived in like a star-shaped sticker. Yeah.
That's it. They're brand new.
Yeah. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Literally, they are. Yeah.
Buy one, get one free.
No. Don't give anything away here. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, it's a luxury product.
Tuesday.
You don't do sales.
You buy one, give me more money for buying one. That's the rule.
That's why business is bad.
He's not a good businessman. We've been through this. Yes, but please come in very, very quickly and pull down those blackout blinds you put up. Don't worry about it. Nothing suspicious.
He says, well, I was on the other side of the street. I saw an urchin run in and just take something off the counter and run away. Is that something that happens here? Not good business decisions.
What was it?
I don't know, a bottle. A bottle of stuff.
Remember, half the stuff in the store just made like cardboard and tin foil. It's all just made to look good.
Yeah.
It's actually all just like
Yeah.
complete rubbish.
Snake oil.
Food, very expensive.
He says, is the rest of your crew around? They got some information they may want to hear. From Basil.
Yes. Maybe. They left. They're supposed to be here.
I think
For
they're
no
back.
reason at all.
I think this
They're
is
back.
after.
They're back. God.
Yeah.
Silas. Lorenzo.
Stage right. Silas and Lorenzo return.
Stop stabbing each other for one moment. We have visitors.
Hello, Pickett. What do we owe the pleasure of your visit today?
Well, I thought I would come down and congratulate you on another successful blow to the Red Sashes. I read in the papers this morning that Ambassador Bazran turned up violently dead and on fire and stuck to his own fancy hardwood floors. So I assumed it was you three. Or 4 or 5 or however many you are.
Yes, well, you know, these things do happen. But we do appreciate your support in White Crown. White Crown?
Yes.
We do appreciate your support in White Crown. Unrelated, of course.
Oh yeah, it was good for the boys to let off some steam. But the reason I'm here is Bazo believes that the Red Sashes are so severely beaten that they'll be willing to come to the negotiation tables. And he doesn't want to spill any more blood. And he doesn't want to endanger the lives of any more citizens of Crowsfoot. He thinks the Red Sashes love themselves too much to continue fighting to the death. He's gonna ring them for everything they got. And he thinks maybe the Damned Emporium should be there as well.
Well, I, for one, would certainly agree to this course of action. Looks around the room.
I was not convinced.
You definitely need a seat at this table, that's for sure. He's proposing like a meeting, is he? To see what we do with them.
So the Lampblacks want to do a negotiation of ceasefire or surrender, more like from Bazo's perspective.
Yeah, I think our terms are going to be quite severe for the Red Sashes. They've stabbed each of us, I believe. Blood is paid in blood.
I believe they will listen to what we have to say after yesterday's events. I think our position is strong. But war is bad for business. Hey, Saffron, that's probably the reason the store's not doing so well as the war, right?
Yes, just arriving 2 weeks ago. Customers found queued round the corner. Damn war.
The Russian times.
Pickett says, he said, well, I think it will benefit the Damned Emporium more than the Lampblacks, because it's a pretty well-known fact that it was the Emporium who killed the ambassador, so if the Lampblacks are going to have any last-ditch effort to win the war, then that hammer blow is probably going to come your way. I'm just saying it. It's the truth. You can't stop it. Unless you come help us negotiate this surrender. I know the leader of the Red Sash is my Lyra. She's a proud woman. So she's probably not gonna accept surrender straight away, but I think we can make a deal that everyone's happy with. That inspector, though, I don't know what he wants out of all this. He is the only unpredictable variable. And I'm going into Bernie Sanders right now.
Yes, the inspector does present something of a problem, but you might find that he's a little more predictable than you realize. Perhaps there's something we can do there.
Yes, he's taken quite the life goal to take me down, specifically. So I think we don't need to worry about the lieutenant. I think we've got a handle on things there. Wink. He doesn't say wink. He just winks. He doesn't say it as he winks.
I like to think that he doesn't think he says wink.
He doesn't, but he actually does.
Does he have Tourette's now, Saffron?
Yes, he does.
Wink, wink.
He's still coming down from his last high.
Retract the wink. He says,
Does he really I love you on his eyelids.
Well, if the inspector is taken out of the picture, then that would give my Lyra no allies left. Well, saying that the Red Sashes have noble families, they will have connections, but they will not want to help her fight a lost cause without their contacting the inspectors. So it's up to you. You can join the negotiations, or you can do some stuff behind the curtains to ensure our success.
I think we finish off the inspector. Kind of whispers to Silas, gives him a nudge.
Just want to be clear about what Pickett has on the table for us here. He's saying we can join them now because because that's good for them. That's how they want to handle it. I think that'd be best. Or we can not join the negotiations now on command, but actually Bazo will probably screw us if we don't.
I don't think it's happening right now. I think it's
or like imminently. Well, yeah. I guess what's the time scale, right? I guess the question is, do we have time to, for example, try and do something with the inspector before this negotiation plan occurs?
Not from the sound of it.
I think essentially this is like the next score will be either most likely a social score with the negotiations, or you can go and take out Campbell and that'll be something else. Yeah. But I don't think you'll be able to catch the meat of the negotiations, then you're probably
Right,
quite
that's
correct.
effectively
If you're not there in the room, you don't know what will be agreed. You won't be in the room.
I'm trying to think
where
what we
it
can. I'm
happened.
trying to think what we can. Could we send a what's the word?
Representative.
Ambassador? Representative.
Nah, we got to be there.
No, we got to take out the inspector. I was thinking, is there anything we could do to help sway assurances, like any leverage we've got over the Lampblack to ensure that whatever's agreed, it's beneficial. At the end of the day, ending the war with them is good for us, as long as they don't agree to both go to war with us. That's kind of. But I'm trying to think if we have any leverage that we can ensure.
I think even with the inspector in the picture, the point is that we still are in a very strong position against the Red Sashes.
The Lumpbacks are fairly on our side as well. They're not going to double cross us for any reason. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just think we did all the work to find out about Vector. We know it's great. We know
Did we?
where we.
Did we do that?
Silas did some really good work. Well done, Silas. If I could reach your little head, I'd give you a pat and a little scruffle of the head and just say, "Well done, you did it."
If only making a
Silas.
wheelchair would have been as important to the whole plot arc of this
I haven't
season.
used it yet. But if I had that bloody wheelchair in that room, I could have mowed down what's his face. That's my offensive capabilities.
Love to
Anyway.
use a dilemma, don't you, DM?
I love it. I think we have to. Look, they're doing the discussion. I think there's either, like I said, an ambassador or some leverage we can do to just at least make sure things are favourable. Yes, we might not get as good a deal, but we have a large chance to take him out because once we're technically alive with the brass actors, we're not going to then attack him again. Fuck it, they can agree and then send them to stab us while we're sleeping.
But the
rogue
sort
element.
of the meat of the negotiations may be effectively done, and the point of killing the inspector is to aid our position in the war against the Red Sashes. We could effectively go and kill the inspector and then be like, "All right, guys," and they're like, "Yeah, we're done." So, like, what do you want?
I'm thinking of Breaking Bad. What I'm thinking of. Everyone seen Breaking Bad?
Years ago.
Only a bit of it.
Well, you need to watch more of it. No spoiler. There's a bit where some characters are in a very heated negotiation. Unbeknownst to one party, another element is taking out someone quite important, which actually helps with the negotiations. As they, mid negotiations, they can reveal. I know you think you've got a trump card in Inspector, but we've just got word he's actually taken out. So it could help the negotiations if this is achieved at least before that. We might not take part in both, but if we're able to do it beforehand or at least during or part of it, or we've got him at knife point or something.
Yeah.
It can only help the negotiations.
Could we go to the meeting as a party and then just do a group flashback right before, and say we went
Should we flashback
knocked
kill
on
the
his door? Yeah.
Too stressed?
Just so it fits in one scene.
I mean, if it was a movie,
I'm really torn because I don't want to waste all the effort that went into getting the inspector, but it's hard to gauge the impact of prioritizing each one over the other.
I think again, you've got a Lampblack in front of you. You can talk if you want to negotiate.
That's what I think. I think our best
what can we get out of this?
We'll take
guarantee.
out. We won't be there, but we will take out him that will help it. So we need
here's
to
our
have
terms,
XYZ
kind of
ensures. Exactly. As best we can. Yes, we would negotiate more in there, but again, we are now a group of. I mean, we still are daring, but we are a group of scary and threatening, intimidating creatures of the night.
We might as well change our crew type to assassins instead of smugglers.
Maybe I don't know if that's possible, but I mean more like us going to sit in a boardroom. That is not our place. Sitting there and talking politely over a dinner plate. That's not a Damned Emporium.
Some people might like the variety. You can't listen at a door in a social. I mean, you probably can actually. You're probably going to listen at a door in a social score, knowing you lot.
Outside of the realms of which route do we think is better for the party, I would be pro a social encounter.
But if we do it as well, Saffron's almost certainly going to plant a bomb and they all come in or something. I think you can't just have a boring little.
That's not an external factor that just happens. Michael.
It has
That's
to.
something that you would choose to do.
I
That's
can't.
not something that just happens to us if we do
The
it.
character is a live being that does what he wants. I have no sway over what Saffron does. It's a fully fleshed out, realised entity.
There's also a
Ian's
thing
gonna use
called
that.
there's a thing called a social contract as well, which you enter into with your fellow players and GM
Well, of course,
to not
yeah.
dick everyone over
Of
with your
course, if
players'
you don't agree,
actions.
we would do that. But he would at least definitely put that binding on all their chairs. That when they sit down, they'd all be stuck to their chairs because that would be very funny. So that would at least certainly happen. No, I think both practically, thematically, it makes sense to, like I said, lose this moment now to leverage what we can from the negotiations and finish the job on Campbell. He's still after us, even if he's not really Red Sash, is even if Red Sash go down, he's still after us. He's still out there. He's still a threat. Who knows what he's up to? And I think if we can get it done before the negotiation, it only helps the negotiation. They've lost another one of their wild cards and their assets.
So I don't think you're going to be able to do it. You are going to be able to.
He's on a schedule, right? He goes down to his little thing like once a month or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll be like, the night before the morning, the negotiation kind of thing.
So you're saying if we was to take out Campbell, it'd be more just a walk up to him in a pub and try and kill him. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that it is a binary choice of being at the negotiations and having an effect, or taking out Campbell.
All right, so you're not willing to kind of have it happen, so then it happens.
I'm trying to make it a juicy,
Sure.
dramatic dilemma rather than a.
But what I mean, it's still whatever happens, if we are taking him out at the same time, it still helps the negotiation when they can say your best man is out of the picture, or he's about to be out of the picture, or you've come here, but the Damned Emporium on the case, so you're gonna
probably not very good faith to try and assassinate someone at the same time as a negotiation. Is it?
Also not a Red Sash.
It's also Dustbowl, but
exactly.
That's the kind of reputation we're going for, it seems.
Yeah.
Anyway, my vote is just to go to the meeting, because I think Campbell's an interesting character, and having him around adds quite a bit of spice to the adventure. What are you filthy folks doing in my pub? I'm gonna run you through with my blade again. Don't make me do it.
More than enough spice.
Having that every he's like the one guy in the Dustful that actually scares Lorenzo quite a bit. Because every run-in he's at, he's just fucking sweep the floor with them.
And Bear. And Ghost Bear.
Oh no, Bear's dead, mate. Bear's dead.
Well,
Bear's
the
dead.
negotiation, because it's greater impact, I think, on the Emporium's progress as a crew.
Yeah, and also I think even though Pickett says the inspector's a wild card, I think from what you know of him, like his priority is he's a son of Iruvia. Like he will serve Iruvia's plans and long-term desires, which, if it means the Red Sashes get beaten and go into hiding for a few years while he plots, it's not the end of the world for him. Like he has no, if it's not the Red Sashes that take over Duskfall, it can be somebody else, another form of Iruvia's power. So I think he's going to be more like, cut your losses kind of thing.
He was just using them as a tool to get what he wanted, really, wasn't it?
I've got a note that says
Nationalist
the inspector now dedicated with his life to taking down Saffron, what I was told after our encounter in the entanglement.
That sounds like more of a Saffron problem than a problem.
I mean, it's more, but less of a, not saying it's selfish, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. The vote is the vote.
He may be willing to wait a long time to achieve that goal.
He might have much longer to wait. Saffron's very old.
Yeah, if our wanted level goes up and someone gets incarcerated and that person happens to be Saffron's not going to survive jail.
No, of course he's not.
He's going to be interrogated relentlessly by Campbell.
He's already survived interrogation by Campbell. Thank you very much. He's taken more of a beating than
locked
you
up
Navy Bambies have.
permanently, locked up for a year with Campbell.
Yeah.
So is it 2 votes for the social score? Is it?
We should get Friedrich and Daz back in to vote. But Dad would choose the boring old.
Daz would have a third way.
Ghosts.
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 Yeah. It's fine, but I'm using the binding oil on the chairs, guys, just so you know.
Cool. Well, I mean, this actually will be the final score of season 1. Unless stuff goes really, really badly and the war continues.
For the social score, we have to roll like a engagement roll, because again, it could be like everything's fine, but oh shit, if rolled a 1, everything blows up. Everyone stumbles on and stabs each other. They walk in the room.
And if it's a desperate engagement roll, then you would have done that thing with the sticky potion.
Hoping for a bad engagement roll for the first time.
And my Lyra would be like, oh, fuck you guys. I'm fighting to the death. What is this? And then as well, because Milo and I were talking about it, I think what we're going to do is between seasons is have a time lapse.
Not too long. Old man, remember?
I think, maybe a year.
What?
In that
Pushing it,
case,
guys.
we can incarcerate ourselves, do a bit of jail time at that time.
Yeah.
If you're a year from death, then you should not be running around. You should be in bed.
He's not. That's why he's got a wheelchair.
Rolling around.
But it's a nice opportunity for us to sort of reset things a little bit, redirect the campaign, and not be all set in like one protracted engagement with one faction, and I don't know, come back slightly different.
And we can do incarceration, but I want to do it properly. I don't want to do like, oh well, lol, just gonna throw yourself in jail and then time skip ahead.
Would you actually do like jail RP then? Could we do
there are like roles that you can do. See how well you fare in jail.
Not to pre-engineer it, but I quite like a bit of an Empire Strikes Back ending that the next season, the start of the year later, someone is in prison. We have to break them out as the very first heist of the new season.
You don't want to try that at tier 1.
I want to.
Yeah, but we'll just go back up. It won't be a war anymore. So
they could just be released from prison.
Can we have like a if we're doing like a timeless skip? Can we have like one session where it shows that like an episode where we're all in jail and we're like doing RP jail stuff?
I don't think everybody wants to go to jail.
It could be fun.
You guys are so desperate to go to jail. You guys
knock
yourselves out, but Silas is going to be doing his own thing.
Look, it's all the gangs in like Duskfall, but they all have their own representation in prison, right? It's like a cool climate to be in as a gang, and you can work on like relationships in there and shit. I don't know.
If it happens naturally, I think yes. That's what we were saying, right?
There's a lot of powers.
It organically seems to come together. That sounds fun, but it's not.
Yes, we'll see. I think Saffron, Michael, you'll get this. Do you remember Ascension from Wrath and Glory? When you leveled up a tier, you went to the next archetype, and it's kind of similar to that. So
cool.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how this season ends. Next time.
Next time
on War of Crows, and maybe you'll be the crows. You'll be Mr. Crows or Crowsfoot. Who knows?
Maybe that'll take quite some manoeuvring.
Yeah.
The plan was to fuck over the Lampax, but maybe not. Maybe not this time.
Yeah, maybe Lorenzo. Maybe you're possessed by bear, and then you're bear in prison.
How good RP. Being a possessed bear with a dog in prison. Yeah.
Ghost dog in prison. They can't take him off you because he's a ghost. Alright, guys. I'm going to catch you next week.
Lovely. Very good stuff.
Bye-bye.